What's going on, y'all? There's no Jeezy. It's just a quick life update, you know. One thing I learned getting older is that people do watch these longer videos when people have things to say. And I don't know. I'm 24 right now. I'm 24 years old. I graduated college, classified as Gen Z, Black, African American, 75%, 25% Samoan, Pacific Islander. I've filled out over at least 100 job applications. I've worked as a bank teller. I've worked as a gym teacher, and I've worked as a referee. I've worked as a cook, and I've worked as a janitor. I've also worked as a altitude trampoline park attendant, like chaperone. I had an internship. I had an internship at Alpha One Greek Embroidery in St. Louis. What else? What else, man? I sold my clothes. I started a clothing brand called Bless Up Gear back in 2018, I believe. And I've sold the clothes. And at a gym. I partnered up with a gym, and they allowed me to sell my athletic clothing brand in there. And I also partnered up with a local embroidery store, BJ's Printables in Edwardsville, Illinois. The video is a little crooked right now, but haven't we all done something a little crooked? And I'm gonna dive deeper into that. And what else? Am I missing any jobs? Am I missing any work? Oh, I've served as the president of the SIUE NAACP. Spent a lot of my own money on that. I'm very proud of what that organization has become. I've became an ordained minister. Okay, I taught a sermon before. It wasn't my best sermon. You know, maybe I'll do it again one day. I've recorded over 100 songs. Apple Music, Spotify, SoundCloud. Worked with professional artists. I've came a long way for 24 years old. And the death of my late great Bishop Jason Brewer reminds me that life is short and life is precious. You never really know when it's gonna be your last day. So I just want to take a moment just to reflect on my own accomplishments. If I can go back one day and look at this video and be like, you know what, Noah, you did a damn good job. You did a damn good job, man. What else have I done? I've scored JV, varsity, freshman, whatever, same thing. Several touchdowns, several buckets, several buckets, several touchdowns, thrown, run, caught. And hopefully there's a lot more. Hopefully there's a lot more to come. I played college football one year. A lot of people don't get to play college football. I played college football at Millikan University for 1 year, and then I transferred to SIUE. They don't have a football team. Maybe one day we start a football team there. Maybe they become a Division I program. I learned the reason why they don't have a football team working at the bank. Working at the bank, you learn about a lot of politics that go on in the community. And I'm thankful for that job. I'm thankful for that job while I was in college. I also worked as a gym teacher while I was in college. And I say all this to come to another point that I was thinking earlier. I do not know what it means to not try like my absolute best, right? I always said to myself, like, if I don't accomplish the thing that like I really want, you know, it's not because I didn't try my best, right? I'm not making this video to brag on myself. I'm just sharing my story, you know? I feel like I've came a long way, and I feel like I do have to share now. I feel like I do have something to offer, and I feel like I do have at least something to share. Maybe somebody can learn something from me. I do know what it means to make mistakes, man. Like, I took the ASVAB, you know, and a mistake for me might not be a mistake for you. I took the ASVAB. I went to the training or whatever the one time. No, not the training. I was on my way to take the test with my recruiter for the National Guard. And he was like, did you smoke? I was like, yeah. It was like the first time I smoked too. And I think smoking like kept me from going to the Army. I don't think going to the Army was for me, but I think going to the service can be a great thing for some people. They offer a lot of benefits. The only thing is that, you know, it is a lot more dangerous, okay? They say you gotta get up, you gotta go, whatever. But at the same time, I know a lot of people that went to the service and don't regret it. They've done well for themselves. And as a 24-year-old college graduate, that's an option for me on the table as well. I could go, you know, to the service in as an officer, you know. Am I missing anything else? Think I caught y'all up to date on myself, but sticking with the theme, okay? Sticking with the theme of what I'm trying to, the theme of the video. I don't know what it means yet at this point in my life to not try my best. I've got a lot of goals that I want to accomplish in my life, and I'll share one of them with you. And one of them is to become like a big pop star or a big hip hop artist, okay? A big time, okay? And maybe that comes true for me, okay? But if you go back and watch a lot of my videos, I funded those videos. I funded a lot of the things that I wanted to do, right? Instead of like going to buy like a PlayStation or some shoes or just, you know, other things that I really wanted. Like man, one time I sacrificed not being able to buy a car, and instead, like, I took my chapter to the NAACP convention. I sacrificed. It takes sacrifice, man. It takes sacrifice. It takes discipline. It takes sacrifice. If you see something that you want to have, you gotta go get that. Everything else under here, it doesn't matter, you know. And one thing I always say is, if you cannot sacrifice the time, sacrifice the money. If you cannot sacrifice the money, just sacrifice the time. It's okay to slow down. It's okay to take your time and figure things out. Because the truth is, we all got here, right, through monkey see, monkey do. Nigga see, nigga do, right? I feel like I was heavily influenced by, you know, music. I feel like music is a big influence for everybody. Music videos. And one thing about today's music is that it can influence you to make poor decisions. to chase this persona, to chase this dream, right? Not your own truth, right? Watch your favorite music video. Watch your favorite music video. Watch your favorite hip hop artist. There's a lot of chains. There's a lot of chain swinging. There's a lot of booty shaking. It's a lot going on. And that's what I like. I like that too. But can I afford that? Every day, bro. Every day. And I'm sharing this with you. I hope that I'm helping somebody. A lot of days I get on the internet. Tinder, Bumble, Hinge, Duet, right? And I'm asking these girls, like, do you want to be in a music video? Right? But they don't know who I am. They don't know who I am right now. Maybe one day they will. They don't know who I am. Would you like to be in a music video? I'm going to be here, such and such date. Can you help me? A lot of times I don't get a response. A lot of times I don't, you know what I'm saying? But I keep shooting. I keep shooting. I have a vision in mind. It's not gonna be because I didn't try. But let's talk about money here. Let's talk about money. The love of money is the root of all evil. Not having money. It is nothing wrong with having some money, man. There's nothing wrong with having some money, but you have to know the principles of money. And money make the world go round, and money do make the world go down. And that's another thing I wanted to talk about at my ripe age of 24 years old. Bruh. Okay. If you a girl and you dealt with me before and you watching this video, don't be offended, man. But like what I noticed, the difference is between like some of the girls I dealt with and some of the other girls I dealt with is that they was just with me at the time because I had some money. Car, weed, housing. Hold on, my dog need to come out. What's up, Bella? Car, weed, housing, food, privacy. Okay. If you're gonna be a P, you gotta give this shorty something to choose upon, huh? I work hard. Okay. I'm a grown. What's up? What's up, Bella? Say hi. Say hi, Bella. What up? You wanna be in a video? You bogus. You gonna come in at this time right now while I'm talking about girl. I guess Bella always be there for me. Huh? But I'm wrapping this video up here. Make it a 15-minute long video. Wrap this video up. Gotta give the shorty something to choose on, man. You know, she come over to your crib, your room dirty. What the hell is wrong with you? Come over to your crib, or you can't pick her up. Like, that's why I want to work hard. Cause I'm gonna keep it a beam with you, bro. I like coochie, bro. I'm a grown man, bro. And I'm living in this area right now where I seen both of my parents divorce and remarry, okay? And part of that turned my heart cold and make me not want to get married, okay? And make me not want to settle down. Make me not want to settle down and explore different options. White, black, mixed, Puerto Rican. Have I had Puerto Rican before? Puerto Rican, Asian, you name it, bro. You name it. I mean, life is beautiful, bro. But back to the rap videos. Don't let what somebody else's ideology, persona, or image make you think that something is wrong with your life. because I'm pointing out my flaws here. I chased somebody else's dream, somebody else's goal, somebody else's ideology, image, persona. And am I gonna sit up here and lie to you like I'm in the best position in my life right now? My nigga, if it wasn't for my mom, my stepdad, my auntie, my guidance counselor, my cousins, you feel me? My uncles, you feel me? Aunties, uncles, cousins, guidance counselors, friends, family, bro. If it wasn't for them, bro, not supporting me, not supporting my goal, I would be broke as hell. I'm broke as hell right now. Broke as hell. Went to college and came out with nothing. I still don't have my physical diploma yet. Still don't have my physical diploma. Right? And whose fault is that? That's my fault. Okay? But it took for me to go to college, okay, to learn about myself. It took for me to go to college to learn about who I am more. It took for me to basically sacrifice everything I have or that I thought I needed to become simply Noah Christopher Finende Goldsmith, bruh. I don't have nothing to lose. I don't have nothing to lose, man. But back to the main point of this video. I don't know what it means to not like fully try. Okay? And don't confuse that with I did everything possible, because let's look at the song All Falls Down by Kanye West. Some of the prettiest people do the ugliest things for the road to riches and diamond rings. My nigga, it ain't never been that ugly for me. It ain't never been ugly for me, bro. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. I've never compromised my morals or my integrity to get to the same freaking place. And I say that with my chest, and I say that with my integrity, bro. I've never compromised who I believe I am to acquire a Camaro. You know what a Camaro is? A Camaro might as well be this log right here, my guy. A booty crumb, my nigga. All these material possessions we have on earth, you cannot take them with you. And that's what I've learned. That's what I've learned on my journey at this young age. But my God, man, am I grateful for the booty crumbs I've been able to acquire. I've had an Audi A5, I've had a Lexus GS 350, I've had a Lexus GS3. Look, let's go back to the years. I've had a 2022 Audi A5. I've had a 2015 Lexus GS 350. I've had a 1998 Lexus GS 300. I've had a 2001 BMW 740i. I drove a Chevy Malibu for a little bit. I'm not bragging on myself, man. I'm just being grateful for the things God has allowed me to experience, man, because I've made mistakes. You know, I made mistakes. I'm gonna briefly go back to the girl segment here, okay? We're gonna talk about mistakes. Let's talk about them. You know, I dealt with a lot of women intentionally on purpose so that I could learn about them, okay? And I don't know. Here goes a Kendrick Lamar quote. Life is and every dog has his day, okay? And that's a sad way to look at things, okay? But, I mean, I'm gonna reflect on how all the girls in the past left me before, okay? And I'll bring up one incident in particular, man. I'm gonna just say this. If you ever going through a breakup, just sit by yourself for a little bit and think about where you are, okay? Just think about where you are and think about how far you came, okay? There ain't no reason to be too upset about no breakup, bruh. Let that go. That's in the past. But it's like, when she chews up, damn, that hurt my feelings. It hurt my feelings, man. It's like, what do he have that is better than what I have? And then when you see it, you be like, damn. And then God be like, look up. Look up. Keep your head up. Keep your chin up. Somebody choose up on you, boy or girl. They not choosing up. They just did what was best for themselves. What they thought what was best for them. But sometimes you do have to go your separate ways. Sometimes you do have to go your separate ways. But sometimes, bruh, they was sucking dick. They was sucking the neighbor dick in their mouth while you was doing your homework. Or they was sucking a professor dick while you was... I'm keeping it real here, bro. Oh, bro. You know, a lot of times people sit in silence and make up things in their head, and a lot of times it be true. A lot of times it be true, okay? And you develop soul ties with people when you intertwine with people, and sometimes you don't even have to intertwine with them to develop a soul tie. And you know when somebody is being what's the big word I'm looking for? When somebody's being unfaithful. Let me just say that. Committing, what is the word? Adultery? No. When somebody cheating, you know they cheating, bruh. You know they do. But it took for me to heal. This is what I had to do. To heal, this is what I had to do. I had to spend some time with, like, my girl cousins, okay? And I had to forgive all of them girls that I was smashing. Love them and leave them in the past. I had to stop cracking down on stuff and go spend some time with women that I won't crack at all. Women that have been there for me my whole life, right? And forgive them. You know the Juice WRLD song, all girls are the same. Okay, yeah, that's the truth up to here. But my guy, explain your mom. Explain your big cousin. Explain your big sis. Explain you feel me? Explain your auntie. You can't hate those women. You can't hate those women. You cannot hate those women, bro. As a man, especially. As a man especially, you cannot hate those women, and vice versa for women. You know, if a man hurt your feelings in the past, you know, focus on those people that was actually there for you, that actually cared for you, that go where the love is. And as a musician, as a guitar player, I like to say, you know, the guitar took me here. The piano took me here. I just followed the music. And now I'm here. You know what I'm saying? I hope I'm helping somebody. Oh, I hope I'm helping somebody. But that's it. That's it for today. Okay? To wrap up this video in a bow, gift wrap it. If anybody wants to receive it, okay? I want y'all to remember 3 things. Don't look back. Oh, yeah. Let me throw this in there, too. Vashawn Times Bless Up Gear sponsored basketball tournament through an internship that my mama helped me get. Okay? Let me wrap this video up the correct way. Ooh, I got a lot to brag about. I might delete that and let y'all find that one. I'm gonna let y'all find out more about who I am. Okay? But I'm gonna wrap this video up by saying, you don't want to know what it feels like to not try your best. You don't want to know what it feels like if you did not try. You don't want to know what it feels like if you don't push your own limit to see how far you can go. My. It's no Jeezy. My goodness, man. Is there anything else? I know this video is long, but that's what you like, right? Anyway. I'm still healing. I don't think I'm gonna edit this video at all. I think I'm just gonna keep it raw. I'm still healing. But anyway, okay, if you like this video, like, subscribe, comment, look at my other songs. Okay. That's it.